Hey, sweet teas, and welcome to Tea and Talk, a self-development podcast. I'm your host, Tafia Stokes. You know, they say a woman is like a cup of tea. You can't tell her strength until you put her in hot water. Well, the water is hot, sis, so let's see your strength. Grab your tea and get comfortable, and join me as I get into it on this episode of Tea and Talk. Hello, sweet teas, and thank you for joining me on another episode of Tea and Talk. I hope you had a great weekend and are enjoying your Monday. I wanted to talk about finding love versus letting love find you. One of the things that I always hear from people is that they are looking for love. And what does that even really mean? Looking for love. Looking for love how? And looking for love where? I am a believer that love finds you. If you are seeking love, then love is also seeking you, but it will come to you. Before I found my husband, I had completely given up on looking for love. I had looked, and each time I showed up short. Once I stopped looking, out of nowhere, here comes this guy. So we started hanging out with no intention on ever being a couple. Well, 3 months into us hanging out, that changed. Not only for me, but for us both. In that short time, we had fallen in love with one another. 6 months later, we were moved in together. 3 weeks after living together, my husband proposed. In 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days later, we were Mr. and Mrs. This is why I am such a strong believer that the love you are seeking is also seeking you, and that love finds you. Shit, when you least expect it, because I had completely given up and began to focus on myself and my career. Love shouldn't have been a burden and shouldn't be a burden for anyone. It's not something that you should find a chore or a task, but instead it should be something natural. Something that happens effortlessly. When you are looking for true love, you begin to evaluate every potential as that person. When this shows, it appears as desperation, which then appears as a weakness. People pick up on that and can feel that when hanging with you or talking to you. Also, when you evaluate everyone as a potential, do you truly understand what you want? Are you sending mixed messages to the universe? It becomes more of everyone is the one because that is what you are searching for, so you lose your objectivity. Some people are just meant to come in your life for a lesson. If it is a temporary, take it as such and learn from that. If it turns out otherwise, then congratulations and welcome to the club. Just enjoy and live in the moment. What is meant for you will always be meant for you. When you try to force situations, it isn't as authentic than when fate happens and love just finds you. When you have to force something, you aren't seeing all of the picture, but instead just the pieces that you choose to see with hope that it will be what you envision it to be. You need to be in a healthy, loving, and nurturing relationship with yourself before the stars will align to send you true love. Everything that you are seeking is within you. So you need to exude love as much as possible. Do the things that you would want to do if you had true love. Dress up and go on a date and enjoy your own company. Go dancing with yourself. Send yourself flowers. Buy yourself jewelry. Have a picnic dinner or lunch at the park by yourself. Watch the stars or the sunset by yourself. All the things that you desire, you can begin to do on your own. Why wait? Show yourself that love. Besides, when you begin to exude that and do those things for yourself, someone who is also going to do those things for you will manifest. When you begin to date yourself, you come from a place of then being more familiar of who you are. With being better able to understand who you are better able to understand what you want. This gets you one step closer to the love you are seeking. You are being more clear and precise on the love that you want versus being unclear and sending the universe mixed messages. Dating yourself also helps you to recognize your love language. When you recognize your own love language, you can then understand how you need to be loved and then communicate this effectively and efficiently with your true love. Also, when you become more attuned with yourself, you can see your shadows and the parts of you that need growth. While observing this, you then begin to work on those areas. Align yourself with your higher power to stay grounded. You are preparing yourself to be in a relationship and find true love. The universe sees this, and while you are working on yourself, your true love is also working on themselves, so that when you come together, it will be a force. Simple law of attraction. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Tea and Talk. Stay tuned every Monday for new episodes. If you love Tea and Talk, be sure to give a rating and your feedback at the end of this episode. Want more Tea and Talk? Join the Tea Party VIP group. Click the link in the description of this episode to learn more. I'm excited to talk to you all next week. So until next time, love and light.